This trip, James and I are in for something different. As Canadians, we've jigged and trolled for lingcod up and down our coast, but never like this. In this episode, we cross the border into Washington State to fish for lingcod in Everett, and we're handed a whole new playbook, live bait. New techniques, new water, same savage lingcod. This is the Guide's Guide. Let's see how the boys in Everett get her done. First stop, John's Sporting Goods to grab our Washington licenses. Then we're linking up with Connor Martinez and the crew to hit the water bright and early. All right, heading into John's Sporting Goods. Let's grab some fishing licenses. After you, good sir. Right on. How's it going? It's going. Good. Here we are at the store. This is the man that's going to sell us our licenses.
How much do the licenses cost? $20.
$20 American to come down as a Canadian to fish in the U.S.
One day license. That's not too bad.
Yeah, 1 day license.
You guys are legal. You're good to go.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Buddy. Appreciate it.
Now legal to fish in the States.
Yeah, man. $20 for a Canadian to come down. And then we'll see you guys bright and early at the dock at 5 a.m.
See you tomorrow. John?
Yes, sir. How you guys doing?
Hi, James and Tyler.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hi.
Good morning from Everett at one of probably the coolest boat launches I've seen in a while. We do not have this up in Canada. 6 launches, six in, 6 out. But we're here with John Kernigan today from Seeking Limit Charters, and we're gonna head out and do some lingcod fishing.
Yes, we are. We're going to head out to a possession bar to catch some lingcod. But before that, we're going to head over to a couple of shallow spots, catch some shiner perch, probably catch some sand dabs or flounders for live bait. And then once we get that, we'll head out and get the rods down and get some lingcod.
Awesome. Fishing's been good, I hear?
Yes, fishing's been really good. We've been hitting anywhere between 2 and 7 fish a day.
Awesome. Nice.
So, I mean, they've been ranging from 26, 27, all the way up to 34.
Beautiful.
Our size slot is 26 to 36. So
Right.
we've been getting a lot of nice fish. Good thing is we've been seeing a lot of sublegals this year, which means that our fisheries is very healthy. And looking forward to future years out here.
Excellent.
So.
And the bank is how far offshore?
The bank that we're going to be fishing is not very far. We're a couple hundred yards off of the shore.
Okay,
We're going to be fishing off of one of the main spots first on. We're going to be fishing off of the shipwreck out there and just back trolling live bait.
All right, guys, here's our crew for today. We got Brock from Fisherman's Gold.
Morning.
We got the owner of John's Sporting Goods. And we got John taking us out. He's the guide for the day. Really looking forward to this, guys. Live bait fishing and then some lingcod fishing after that.
As we untie the lines and cruise out of the marina, this is our first real chance to chat with the boys and get a feel for how they fish down here south of the border. We're making our way over to the bait grounds, swapping stories, soaking up knowledge, and getting ready to fish a whole new style. We're so fortunate to be fishing with this seasoned local crew and experience the Everett style of fishing firsthand. So that wasn't a bad run. It was about, what, 15 minutes or so?
Oh yeah, if that.
And we're just off of Whidbey Island, is it?
Yeah, we're fishing on the east side of Whidbey Island here. We're going to be fishing probably 15 to 30 feet of water. We're looking for little sand dabs. If we can catch a sculpin or a kelp greenling, that's money.
Perfect.
And then we'll go in even shallower and we'll start catching little perch, and we're going to use those down on possession for live bait.
Awesome. Seems like probably just a nice slope gravel bed in here, and that's what they like.
It's a little sandy flat. We got some kelp that'll be up here in shallower water. So yeah, just a nest for all these little critters.
Perfect. And then you're using a sabiki rig to catch the little sand dabs, eh?
The sand dab, this is a top and bottom rig, pretty much very close to a sabiki rig. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put little sandworms on these. Gulp makes these little sandworms that these flounders just love. So we'll do a few drifts through here, hopefully catch 20 or 30 of them. And then we'll switch to a sabiki and catch some perch.
Perfect, let's do it.
We're kind of looking, the size of your palm, maybe a little bigger is about right. Yeah, that's a giant. I mean,
that's an eater right there.
Yeah, you could eat that one. Yeah, I'd just let that one go.
Swing that over to me and I'll take care of it.
A lot of times I just put the weight on the bottom and then I literally I'll just hold it on the bottom.
Right. Okay.
Money right there.
Perfect size.
Beauty.
That's what we're looking for right there.
Excellent. That's gonna be some nice lingcod bait right there. A fun little jigging fishery.
Oh yeah.
I bet you the kids just love this.
Yeah, we took my 2 boys out last week. They love it.
Yeah, right on bottom and just lifting up that inch. Yeah, it's just the slightest little twitch. Letting it kind of touch bottom. Just coming up maybe an inch or 2. Trying to entice that bite. We got 2 on so far, which is great.
Now 20 or 30 more.
All right, I'm on it. James is on.
I'll just leave it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a good size right there. Perfect.
Rigging up
Oh, there
some
we go.
stuff. This is the size that we're looking for. Yeah, we'll take that one. It's either saying sort of from fingertip to wrist. Perfect size for what we're looking for.
Yeah, it's gonna make some excellent lingcod bait.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by West Coast Fishing Tackle, the quality anglers deserve. Parksville Boathouse, your full-service boat dealer and chandlery. Gone Fishing, serving Vancouver Island and beyond for over 30 years.
Okay, we got our sand dabs. We're now in a little bit closer to shore. We're looking for these little shiners, or pogies as they call them here. Trying to look for a school of bait, 8 to 10 feet along the shoreline here. And then we'll start jigging for those. So these are a neat East Coast invention, Brock, that we're using here to jig with. They're sabiki rods.
Yep. Very user-friendly to use. So
Basically what it is you've got your sabiki rig here with your weight on the bottom, and instead of having it hang on the side of the rod, you just reel it right up whoop, into the top of the rod, and that's where it stores it.
These little tasty morsels here. They're little baits. We call these pogies, perch, piling perch. But believe it or not, that'll catch a 30 to 36 inch lingcod for us. They absolutely love them.
Beautiful.
We want them alive.
So these fish that we're using as bait, how do you keep them alive, John?
I keep them in a live well back here. It runs 350 gallons an hour. I got a couple of that are floating, kind of stuck in there right now. Every once in a while we'll lose some, but for the most part it keeps the fresh fish, or the bait fresh, and you can keep pogs and sand dabs together. Typically the sand dabs will choke the pogies out because of the slime on them, but if you keep the water cycling, then they'll be fine.
So John, you were saying earlier that there's actually some restrictions on the sizes of the lingcod that we're going to be going after, and there's also a 120-foot line that you can't fish any deeper than?
Yeah, you can't fish past the 120-foot line. And that is to protect the big females out there that have already spawned. Those are our future fish. We're going to be fishing for between 26 and 36 inch size lingcod. Those are the perfect size. Most of those are males. They're typically in there protecting the beds for the females that have already spawned. And we'll be fishing probably between 50 and 80 feet of water today.
So we are down on Possession Bar. We got all of our live bait. We got pogies, flounders, and this is a basic rig we're going to use. We are using a sliding rig. So I have my sliding weight, and we put them on rubber bands because we're fishing this structure that's really snaggy. So if that sucker gets stuck on the bottom, we can snap it off and get our gear back. We're doing about a 4 or 5 foot leader. And I'm going to run a pogie, so I'm going to run a single 3/0 circle hook, and we're barbless here, so we have to pinch the barbs. Let me show you guys. See if I can grab one of these. Here's our little bait right here. We're using a little perch. So what I'm going to do, try to get his mouth open. No. This is the fun part. They like to close their mouth. Basically, I'm going to try to thread this right up to his nose, right here, and I'm going right between his eyes. There's a little hard spot on his nose,
I'll put it in the rod holder and I'll show you
just
how
like
I
that.
that.
That guy's gonna stay alive, catch us a lingcod. If you guys don't use these, well worth the investment. This is called a bait button. So once I pin this guy on there, got a little plastic tab in here that I'm gonna thread onto my hook as well, and that's
Hold your bait on.
that's gonna hold my bait on. Yep.
2 turns.
All right, now we'll deploy. That's gonna be a good one.
that would work on the boat.
Oh, here we go. Look, here.
Fish on.
All right, guys. This is Connor Martinez from John Sporty Goods. We are getting a bite. I'm gonna play with this guy. He's definitely got it in his mouth now. Oh. No. It definitely, he went back in the rocks. Oh, there he goes.
Came back out for you.
That's no rockfish.
Now he's gone now, I think. Oh, no.
Oh, he went right in the
Yeah, he did.
got a bunch of kelp on him.
I wish it was a sculpin.
That's a quillback.
Yeah, it is.
Limit for rockfish out here right now, it's 0.
Can't catch them. Yeah. Yeah, I have something toying with my pogie. Oh, he was. I'm just gonna kind of play with him real slowly until this thing's loaded up.
Slowly letting him take it, letting
let
that
him
rod
take
load
it.
up.
Yep.
He hasn't taken it yet.
That's about
And
right
there he
where we
goes,
want
and he
it.
got the
Oh,
set,
yeah.
hook set, and
That's a
we're on.
Lingcod. That's a Lingcod. There he is, boys. Oh. Yep, I got him. He feels heavy. Yeah, that's a good ling. There he is, boys.
Nice.
Here's the first one. Beautiful. Took the pogie.
Nicely done, boys.
Sweet. It's a good start. 29.
29, just 29 and a half.
Perfect. He's right in the pocket.
Beauty Ling, nice one.
It's pretty amazing how many. We'll hook a bunch of these, and God, they all seem to be 29 to 36. It's like our slot limit's 26 to 36, and 9 times out of 10 we're catching that size fish here. It's pretty incredible.
Perfect eating size.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
Yep.
The main thing is to control the boat, control the speed, keep your gear straight up and down. I don't run any heavier than 8 ounces of lead. I typically try to keep a 5 or a 6 ounce straight up and down. If you keep that straight up and down, your speed's perfect.
So the way John's got our rod set up here is we're fishing on those slider weights. We've got the heavy weights up front, 8s, midship we're running 6s, and then at the back we're running 5s. That just helps to make sure that the gear's all staying separated from each other, and that's going to give us a really nice good drift over the structure.
There he is.
Oh yeah, oh that's bottom.
There he is.
There he is.
Pop back out. Nice, Tyler. Rocky?
I think it's a Rocky though. Something small. He was back in the rocks there for a minute. We're getting into more bites. I like that.
Yep. There we go. Nice one, Tyler.
Thank you.
You just stole my fish, Tyler. Nice.
You got bottom?
He's there. He's in. Oh, he's in bottom. Yeah, this is a totally interesting fishery because when we jig them up in BC, it's like hammer time. Down here, with the way that we have the weight set up and the tandem hooks on these little sand dabs, you really got to let them suck on it, finesse it, and then you cannot let them go back into that structure or you're going to lose them every single time. You got to stop that reel, make sure you're holding them back, and then just start reeling up. But the first part is getting them to suck on that bait and actually get hooked.
So this is a close look at their slider rig. They're using what looks like about 30-pound braid. They have a small bead here. They have a little slider with a snap swivel on it that the weight goes onto. The weight is on an elastic band, and they literally just take the elastic band, put it through there, and clip it on like that. There's another bead that takes you down to a bead swivel. At the bottom of that, another snap swivel going on to a ball bearing swivel. So I guess your leader looks like it's about 4.5 to 5 feet. Because they're using the small flounder, the small dab, they have a single hook here down to a trailer hook that he just pinches through the fish and lets sit run loose at the back end of it.
Really nice setup.
Very cool setup. If you get caught in the bottom, this snaps off and you only lose the weight. You don't lose the entire setup.
And that's where the ferry boat is.
And that's where,
It's
and that's
been
where
there
we
forever.
started this morning.
We started this morning. There used to be a buoy there.
Okay.
So very, very popular. That's one of the major holes to the east side. Then you got the west side over here, and that just has long tracks that run through here that have boulders, rocks. And then when the tides are really heavy, you can't really control your boat all that much. Guys will start on either end depending on the tide.
Right.
And then you just drift across the sandbar here, and you're looking for those beds.
Okay.
And so you can go way in here to the shallows here, or you can go out in the deeps. So you'll see a lot of boats out here, and everyone's 50, 100 yards apart. We're all just drifting till you find that small wolf pack that's come in, more or less.
Awesome. Well, let's drop the gear in the water and see if we can find one. We found a nice one over there, but I lost it. Connor had a nice one on, and we got it in the bag, and we're looking for a few more. We're allowed one each, so we're looking for 4 more lings. Let's get them.
One down, couple to go.
Let's go. I think it's a Rocky again, but man,
lift up on it. Let's see. No, it's a ling.
It's a ling.
Did you keep her?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Oops, sorry, boss.
You ready?
I think it's too small. Lift up.
Nice. All right, we found the ling hole. Right on,
Yeah.
John.
Can I get a pair of pliers? Little guy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Lunch size, we're gonna let him go.
See you, buddy.
This episode is brought to you by Gone Fishing, serving Vancouver Island and beyond for over 30 years. West Coast fishing tackle, the quality anglers deserve. Parksville Boathouse, your full-service boat dealer and chandlery.
Hit it. There you go.
There it is. What do we got here, James?
I think it's a big
Rocky?
rockfish. One rockfish coming your way.
One rockfish. Another rockfish. 2 Rockies here.
Here in the future generation.
There he goes. Beautiful.
It's nice catching these rockfish in the shallower water. We don't need to use a descender on them. They're just going straight down. We have a descender ready to go because it's law in the state of Washington to have it ready to go. We're not needing it. We're swimming straight back down.
All right, we got time for one more little move here. We were over on the west side of possession. We came back to the east side here. We still didn't have much luck. There's a storm rolling in overnight tonight and into tomorrow. Full moon last night, so the bite's just not on. We're gonna go try one more spot and see if we can be successful. We do have 1 ling on the boat though, which is great. That was Connor Martinez over there. He got our 1 ling of the day so far. I had a nice one that I lost in the rocks, unfortunately. But we'll see what we can make happen at this other spot. Let's get there. Where are we at?
We made it to Hat Island, also known as Gedney Island. We are 10 minutes out of the Everett port. This is kind of our last-ditch effort to get a couple more lingcod. There's a little piece of structure they dumped here, again, 20 years ago. It's an old bridge, so it holds a lot of lingcod. See if we can get a couple more.
Awesome, let's get out there. All right, well, unsuccessful at the second spot here, but we had an absolutely awesome day on the water. We did get 1 really nice ling in the box right here. That one was brought in by Connor Martinez. That's a beauty ling right there. And John's been fishing here for a couple of weeks now because it opened up on May 1st. And the bite just wasn't happening as we were hoping it would, but we still had an awesome day catching the little perch and the sand dabs, doing the live bait, seeing how they rig all that up, which was really cool.
Interesting experience. You have some very experienced fishermen on board, by the way, with us today. It was a lot of fun. Tyler and I learned quite a bit for this different fishery for us.
100%.
So we didn't bring home exactly the numbers we expected, but man, again, great day in the water. Learned a hell of a lot. Some really good guys on board.
Absolutely. We just had a blast, so we'll see you back at the dock.
Great day in the water today, guys. We're out with Connor Martinez from John Sporting Goods and our new friend John, who runs a guide service here. Interesting because it's new to us and we haven't caught live bait before. I'm fishing with live bait.
Yeah, definitely. It was an interesting experience because it's a lot like Halley fishing for us up in BC with, you know, the slider rig and the weight and, you know, how you rig your bait up. Really nice and close to the islands here. Like we said earlier, we're out at possession there. Big thank you to John here from Seeking Limit Guide Service and also Connor Martinez from John Sporting Good. We had an absolutely amazing day. Brock's behind the camera. You'll see him in some of the images that we have here, bringing up a bunch of rockfish for sure. Well, it was an absolute pleasure to meet you guys, and thank you so much for having us on the boat. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, it was a pleasure having you guys on board.
Awesome. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. Thanks, Connor. Appreciate it. Thanks, Brock.